Welcome to Oklahoma Gardening. We have a fairly short December checklist this month so you can enjoy the holidays.
In the vegetable garden, there's not much to be doing, but it's a good time to take an inventory of whatever seeds that you have left over. Some of these you can save until next year if stored properly, and by knowing what you have left over, that'll make purchase of next year's seed easier. Also, make an inventory of your pesticides. Find out how much you've got left over and get an idea of how much you use so that you know how much you need to buy next year. If you had too much this year, don't buy such a big bottle next year. Also, store that properly if you're going to be trying to save it until next year.
Once you've inventoried your vegetable seeds, get your order in early. As you might remember from last year, late December is the time to sow your onion seeds. And for those other early crops like broccoli, it'll be just around the corner in early February when you'll sow the seed for those. So order early.
In your fruit plantings, after Christmas is finally time to be mulching your strawberries. By then, the ground is going to be quite cool, and it's time to cover them with straw to protect them both from extreme winter cold and also from the fluctuating temperatures that we so often get in the middle of winter. The freezing and the thawing of the soil will sometimes heave up some of the plants or cause winter damage from premature growth in a warm spell during the summer. So mulch your strawberries and your perennials, any perennial flowering plants that you have, after Christmas.
Be sure to resist the urge to prune your fruit trees. Wait until February or late February to prune them. Right now they can still be damaged by winter cold.
If you have harvested pecans or bought any pecans, make certain that you store them properly. If you've harvested them yourself, be certain they've dried out properly, otherwise they may mold in storage. After they've been dried, store them in a cool place, such as refrigerator temperature, or put them in the freezer. If you wait until after they've started to turn rancid and then put them in the freezer, it won't improve them. So store them now while they're still fresh, so they'll still be in good condition when you take them out of the storage conditions.
Now is a good time to collect your pecan graft wood. Store it in cool, moist conditions until April and May when you start to graft the trees.
In many places of Oklahoma, you've had good soaking rains and the groundwater in the soil has been replenished. In other locations, if you haven't had a good rain that has completely saturated your soil, you may want to get in there, give your ornamental plantings a good soaking of water before you get into the winter. This is especially important with your broadleaf evergreen plants or any of your evergreen plants because they still continue to lose water through their leaves during the winter months. And if the ground freezes, that makes the water less available. So you need to make sure that they have good access to water in the soil. Also, if you have houses with a large overhanging eave, even if you've had rain, those plants right under the eaves may not have gotten water to their soil. So keep an eye out for that. Even if the rest of the ground may be wet, that under the eave part may still be dry.
Make sure that you prune your bleeder-type trees such as elm, birch, maple, and willow. They'll be less likely to bleed in the dead of winter.
Also, now we're getting to the cooler weather. Put out your bird feeders now to start attracting the birds so that you can continue feeding them through the winter.
As you get poinsettias for the holidays, make sure that you put them in a sunny place, give them 6 to 8 hours of sunlight during the day, keep them well watered, and don't let them get near any cold drafts or near any very high temperatures. And remember, they are not poisonous.
As you're getting into Christmas season, bringing in Christmas trees, wreaths, other cut material, be very careful to keep these away from heat and away from flame to reduce any fire hazards.